Hey everyone, welcome back to Keto and Crime and Thought Crime. Today I have a shorter video for you, but it's one that I think is good to talk about because, as you know, in the last couple of weeks there's been some movement in the Daybell and Vallow case, namely the defense's motion to remove Rob Wood as special prosecutor. It was denied, but something very interesting came out in that bit of testimony, and that entire hearing is on YouTube. It was via Zoom, of course, and it is absolutely available for anyone to listen to, so I highly recommend you listen to the whole thing. It's very, very, very telling. But there was part of that something very interesting came out. Zulema Pastenes, which I know I have talked about in other videos. I am planning to do a deeper dive into her, and that will be coming out in 2021. I'm still putting all that together, but something that came up in that hearing really rang with me, and that is, at one point the prosecution team talked about her having use immunity in this case, and I went ding 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 ding, what? Now, for those of you that don't know, Zulema Pastenes is kind of a New Age guru type, very much into the New Age movement. She has been tied to the cult Love Wins, which I actually did a full video on. I'll link it right up here. Though that I have not been able to concretely tie that together, but she has been linked to it. We do know that she was a spiritual guide, spiritual counselor of such, that was supposedly, allegedly, counseling 𝗪𝗓, who is the one that supposedly sealed Chad and Lori in the temple even before they were, when they still had partners. And also may have brought the whole term zombie in because it's an affiliation with a zombie movie. But in any case, she was supposedly counseling him for anger issues and just supposed other issues, and as a result got referred to Alex Cox, who of course was Lori Vallow's brother, the supposed hitman, allegedly, that has been linked to both the attempted shooting of Brandon Boudreaux and Tammy Daybell. So it also was the one driving Melanie Pawlowski to illegally go try to see her children when her ex-husband Brandon Boudreaux had already had taken them to his parents' place, and she was on a restraining order, should not be anywhere near them. But he was the one that drove her to do the illegal activities she did, from being within 50 feet of her husband, her ex-husband, and then actually was the one that bailed her out of jail when Brandon's parents wisely called 911. So he also has been known to be an aspiring stand-up comedian. I did a video about that. You'll find it on my channel. But he was also linked to a spat with one of Lori's former husbands, Joseph Ryan, who was supposedly abusing the children, which would be Tylee's natural father. And just a lot of weirdness where Alex is concerned. It was also rumored, because Alex had never been married or never really dated women, that he might have had some homosexual tendencies. And it was believed that Zulema, in her spiritual guidance capacity, because everyone here in this family is into spiritualism rather than science, she was said to be trying to help cure him of his homosexual tendencies. Now, I, as a child, was sent to conversion therapy. It doesn't work. I might do a video on my experience with that, but it doesn't work. And so she was supposedly, allegedly, counseling him to help him deal with his homosexual tendencies. Now, in addition to that, she also married him by elopement in Las Vegas, the same times that Ian Pawlowski and Melanie Pawlowski were married, and it was on her property that he died. Not long after that. In a couple of my other videos, I played that 911 call where her grown son, actually found him passed out and eventually dead on the floor of their bathroom. And in that 911 call, her son talks about him as being my mother's boyfriend. So I don't even know if they told anybody they were married, but it was just kind of weird how that whole scenario played out. But anyway, so being that she was a spiritual counselor to two of the people in the 𝗂𝐾𝐳 crew, and then married one of them, and probably had more interaction with Lori and Chad than we're aware of, she has been offered what is known as use immunity by the prosecution, by the state. Now, that is not total immunity, first of all. Not total immunity at all. Total immunity would be known as transactional immunity, where it's blanket, protects you, protects the covered person from any and all prosecution, whether they were involved in the crime or not. So that's blanket. She was actually offered use immunity, which is basically that the government can't use her own testimony against her. So if they ever decide to bring her up on charges, which is absolutely possible, because again, she was granted use immunity, not total transactional immunity. I think they possibly believe that she might have more to do with the crimes than we're being told, that she knows more than she's letting on. But the type of immunity so they're holding out that they might actually, if they find out maybe she was involved in it physically or something, they might actually prosecute her later. But they can't use anything she might say on the stand during Chad or Lori's trial against her. So it's a very specific type of immunity. And my transactional brain believes that means they think she knows more than she's letting on. Why would they offer her protection against her own testimony and not total immunity if they thought she was innocent of everything? So that leads me to believe she knows more. Probably more about the crimes that Alex Cox is allegedly linked to, because if she was not only his spiritual counselor and later his wife, then I'm sure he told her some stuff. So it makes me wonder how Chad and Lori are going to react to that. And also, Zulema has been present in the courtroom during a lot of the preliminary hearings, so she's going to testify. And I am very interested in what she has to say. She must know quite a bit if they're offering her any type of immunity. So I just wanted to bring that up in case some of you didn't catch it if you watched that hearing. But anyway, let me know down below what you think, what it means, and if you still want me to do that in-depth dive on her. So I don't want to do anything you guys don't want to see, so let me know that down below. Also, thank you for subscribing, commenting, sharing. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, 𝗙𝗑𝗀𝗏 and 𝗏 out.